right.
kidding. No kidding.
All right, I'm gonna put this on this sponsor logo real quick, and then when you see the intros going, that means we're on. Okay.
All right. Have a good show, everyone. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 9th annual Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball Award Ceremony presented by the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. I'm Christy Thomas, alongside my partner here, Brian Milam, who is the sports director at WKYT in Lexington. Hi, Brian. You got a good setup there. I like what you got going there.
It's a makeshift setup, no doubt about it, because I'm not that good with the handiwork. So
it's a makeshift setup for a lot of us. That's because we really had originally planned to be at a beautiful dinner at the Marriott Griffin Gate here in Lexington. Of course, COVID-19, that pandemic, sure has changed an awful lot of things for an awful lot of people, and we're no exception. So obviously, to be safe and do all the right things, we have foregone that beautiful dinner at the Griffin Gate to do the first ever virtual announcement of Mr. and Miss Basketball. So a pretty cool thing to be a part of, really, when you think about all the technology that's gone into this and the team of people making this happen. This is pretty cool.
It is. And, every day, every season for sports, it's a history-making event. Well, this is without question the biggest history-making event that we could come up with because of what COVID has done to all of us. In some ways, we've had to quarantine, we've had to do this. And so this is, no matter what you ever do in the rest of your life, you could say, I was locked in on that virtual show for 2020 Mr. and Miss Basketball and the Region Players of the Year.
That's exactly right. Well, a lot of folks have put in an awful lot of work to make this possible tonight. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation has really done an incredible job of trying to make this a great event. And we are going to have a lot of fun over the next hour. And we want to say a huge thank you, though, first and foremost, to William Warfield and Prep Spin. This could not have happened at all under any circumstances without the fine folks at Prep Spin trying to really put all this together for us. And Brian, you've done an enormous amount of work as well, too, in terms of gathering video. Lots of people to thank for that, which we'll certainly get to. But this is kind of a home court advantage. I'm at my house. You're at what feels like your house at KYT. So we're all kind of yeah. So a lot going on, but we want to say hello to all those folks that are joining us on Facebook, on the Mr. and Miss Basketball Facebook page. You can certainly interact with us, and we're going to have a live interview with our winners coming up a little bit later. So if you have a question for them, you can certainly ask us there. So a lot going on, a lot of awards to give tonight, and a lot of folks that are joining us thanks to the wonders of technology on Zoom. So let's take a look at all those folks that are out there. Hey guys, look at everybody joining us. Speaking of being at home, that's where they all are. Or some of our award
Wow.
winners. Yeah, some of our fine folks that have already received awards, some that will be receiving awards. Of course, everyone's a winner tonight when you consider that they are all their region players of the year. We have 17 boys winners and we have 18 girls winners, and we're going to introduce you to all of them as we get going. But first and foremost, let's talk about the sponsors of this event. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation is an organization that is fantastic. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation was founded in 1954 by the Louisville Downtown Lions Club and has been governed by the Lions of Kentucky since its inception, with nearly 350,000 Kentuckians who are uninsured and many more who are underinsured when it comes to vision. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation services are in need now more than ever. The mission of the Eye Foundation is to provide vision services through education, detection, prevention, treatment, and empowerment. Through collaborative partnerships, they enable the greater independence and increased quality of life for all Kentuckians while focusing on children and adults in financial need. They have several vision-related programs that are offered to support those in need from across Kentucky and beyond. So you can learn more about those programs and the work of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. We want to introduce you to their executive director, Lindy Lampkin, who will share some more information for us all.
Thank you, Christy, and my sincere thanks to each of you for tuning in tonight. I wish we could all be together safely in person for this event like in years past, but I hope you know we tried to do everything we could to make tonight's celebration as special as possible, given the circumstances and while following guidelines provided by state officials. I hope that tonight's event will be one that you will remember for a long time to come. Thanks to the generosity of our sponsors, ticket purchasers, and each of you, tonight's Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball Award Ceremony has the potential to be one for the record books, beyond the fact that it's the first time we've hosted it virtually. Tonight, you can help us raise more money than ever before through this event to support the mission and programs of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. As you watch tonight from courtside with your home court advantage, I want to share a little information about the programs and services provided by the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. You see on your screen some figures about the number of people served so far this fiscal year by our programs, but what I really want to highlight is that those numbers represent people like you and me from across Kentucky of different ages, races, socioeconomic backgrounds, and with diverse needs. You are seeing the faces of just a few of the people whose lives have been touched by the work of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. You see Sophie, who received financial assistance through our patron program for surgery she needed to correct strabismus when she was just 2 years old. You see Avron, who is legally blind. Avron received assistance through our Hollerin program for the purchase of some devices that he uses at home to complete light and movement activities that help him develop his functional vision. You see Amelia, who received a free vision screening through our KidSight program when she was just 20 months old. As a result of the screening, she was referred for a full eye examination, which led to the discovery that she had retinal myeliniation. You also see that nearly 18,000 people have received free vision screenings through our Vision Band program so far this year. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation never charges for any of the programs and services we provide to thousands of people each year. Simply put, the generosity of people like you and me is what makes our work possible. Also, the work cannot be completed by just a few people. It takes dedication from many. So I invite each of you to join us as we work together every day to enhance the quality of life for Kentuckians through our vision-related programs and services. Your generosity, time, skills, and dedication can truly change the lives of people like Avron, Sophie, Amelia, and thousands more. Tonight, as you help us celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of every deserving candidate and award winner being highlighted, I hope you will also consider making a commitment to help fellow Kentuckians from near and far by pledging your support of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. To learn more about how you can contribute your time, talents, or treasures, please visit our website shown on the screen now. Thank you for being part of tonight's first ever virtual Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball Award Ceremony, benefiting the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, and for helping make this event one for the record books. Thank you.
Lindy, thanks so much. Brian, I can tell you, having worked with them, they really have tried to go above and beyond to make this a great event and do everything they could. Part of that was delivering the actual award, the Region Player of the Year award, along with a yard sign for each individual person winner. So they were everywhere. I mean, they have Lions all over every inch of the state. So that was pretty cool to see them all get out and be able to actually present their award.
Well, if we cannot have a banquet like normal, you had to get creative and think outside of the box. And this is a great way of doing it. And the only way to do it where still, you can have everybody in one location. You can show off to the neighbors. Hey, look, my daughter, my son has got the Region
Right.
Player of the Year, and then by the end of the show, we will know who Mr. and Miss Basketball are.
Exactly. I think that's great. Well, listen, the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation began the important Kentucky tradition of Mr. and Miss Basketball back in 1954. They've recognized a Mr. Basketball each year since 1954, and then a Miss Basketball every year annually since 1976. So you're watching this history unfold, but obviously in a very new way, virtually. So our first ever virtual award ceremony. So, but a lot of people to thank for everything tonight. Right, Brian?
Yeah, we do. And let's just go right down the list, because all of these people and companies had a big hand to play. Community Trust Bank, you have UK Healthcare, Advanced Eye Care, Morgan Stanley, Larry Pusateri, the Louisville Downtown Lions Club, Lexington Lions Club, Republic Bank, WLEX Channel 18, Strothman and Company, Tad Meyer, WKYT, Balfour, Lexington Fayette Urban County Government, and certainly PrepSpin. We want to thank these fine individuals for all of the work that they have done to make this night what it is and what we hope it will be. We now want to take a few moments to thank the Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, who has partnered with the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation this year and is making a $500 donation to the foundation in the honor of the 2020 Mr. and Miss Kentucky basketball recipients, who will be named later tonight. Though he could not join us tonight, Ken Trevitt, the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff, the board chairman for the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, he did share this message. We are pleased to honor the 2020 Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball Award recipients with a $500 donation to the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. We're looking forward to a future partnership with the foundation to assist in promoting high school basketball while helping support their efforts to provide vision services for Kentucky citizens. We congratulate all the candidates and award winners and the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation for their efforts in continuing this wonderful Kentucky basketball tradition. So again, thank you to Keno, Mr. Ken Trevitt, and all others involved at the Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame for their support and partnership.
Well, I tell you what, if you know Ken Trevitt, it's shocking that that's all he said. I mean, I know that's not all he said, actually. As a matter of fact, we probably just took. He's got lots to say, lots of good stuff to say, and probably 4 or 5 basketball stories thrown in there along the way as well, too. So to be able to just get a little snippet of what Ken has to say is difficult, to say the least. So we want to tell you how you can help with the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and how they can achieve their mission. You can go to KentuckyLionsEye.org and be sure to check out the online auction. It's live now and it ends tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can go to this website here to view the auction and get your bids in before 10 p.m. There's some really cool items, an autographed book by Coach John Calipari, an autographed ball by Coach Mack. We've got several fun trips, experiences, perfect summer getaway. Who doesn't want to get away now if you can? Or maybe even a staycation. But several items that'll be perfect for college freshmen who just want to set up their new places in style. So definitely worth checking out. So go see the online auction items and then know that that will close at 10 o'clock tonight. So you can help us raise money for the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and, of course, an amazing, amazing cause. So, all right, Brian, I have to ask you, this is obviously a basketball season, really a sports season, unlike anything we've ever seen before, probably ever will see again in our lifetime at least. So I'd love to get your opinions, though, about this basketball season and what we did see on the court. Obviously, there was no Sweet 16 for the boys. It got started for the girls and then was cut short. But what are your overarching thoughts about this season as we get into our awards?
Well, it's all over the place, really, because I've been thinking, how do you sum up this season? And I've had a couple of weeks to think about it, and I'm still struggling because you had, for the boys, 16 teams end their season with a win. That has never happened before in the history of Kentucky high school basketball. Somebody's got to lose that last game. Somebody's going to win that last game. That didn't happen this year. You had Ashland at 33-0. So in the last 3 seasons, we've had 2 high school teams which would have gone to the state tournament undefeated. The parity across the state was exceptional for both the guys and the girls. And our region players of the year, looking at some of them we just saw for the first time. But it's just amazing how far basketball has transcended in terms of skill for all of these players over the years. It's amazing.
Well, and I think especially when you talk about the girls' game and really where the girls' game has come, when you start to see, what these girls are capable on the court, and then you watch them go to college, and you think, when they start to get stronger bodies and in better shape, and that they just continue to get better and better and better, which just makes the girls' game so fun to watch.
It is, the guys fly above the rim, but you go to fundamentals and teamwork a little bit more. You get that from the girls' side, the pure aspect of basketball, if you will. But it is just always fun to see when that state tournament rolls around, the different teams. You may have a team from Louisville play a team from the mountains, or far western Kentucky take on a Lexington school. And just to see all of these competitors go at it. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it that much this year at the state tournament, but there's always 2021, right?
Well, I think really too, that probably puts us in perspective where you're talking about a scenario where, no one's going to take this for granted. I mean, the Sweet 16 in Kentucky is unlike any other state basketball tournament across the country. And so I think this is a place where we're all going to embrace that tournament this time next year and really be glad that it happened and glad that we could look back on another great Sweet 16. So, all right, let's get going with some awards. We've got some fun stuff going here. So we've got good stuff here. We're going to get started with a really, really great award named after a really great guy. So I think, Brian, take it away and let's get us going here.
Yeah, we are starting with the Ralph Beard Lifetime Achievement Award. Ralph Beard played at Male High School, was an All-American at Kentucky, winning a couple of national titles. The 2020 Ralph Beard Lifetime Achievement Award, sponsored by the Louisville Downtown Lions Club, goes to Coach Howard Beth, 1982 Kentucky All-Star coach and Hall of Fame girls basketball coach at Marshall County. Coach Beth spent 30 years with the Lady Marshalls, making it to the state tournament in his first season as head coach, and made 11 consecutive trips to the state tournament. I mean, that doesn't happen every day. Wow. 3 times he took the Lady Marshalls to the state championship game. 1982 and 1984 is when they won it, going 34-0 in 1984. Coach Beth credited with 794 wins, and at the time of his retirement in 2010 was the winningest girls basketball coach in the state of Kentucky. In 2019, the court at Reed Condor Gymnasium was named in his honor Howard Beth Court.
Ready?
Yes.
Howard, it's a privilege to present you with the Ralph Beard Award, and there's no one that I could think of that deserves it any more than you.
Well, thank you very much, and I can say I'm both honored and humbled by receiving such a prestigious award. I think anytime you receive an award, it actually should go to other people, the administration that I worked with, the teachers, the students, and the parents, and most of all, the outstanding basketball players that I was fortunate enough to coach. I want to thank the Lions Club of Kentucky for giving a chance for kids that might not have the opportunity to see, to be able to see. And that's what the most important thing on everything is. Thank you.
Brian, I have to tell you a little story about Howard Beth, and I told him this story when I was part of his induction into the Kentucky Basketball Hall of Fame. I told him that, so I played basketball in the 5th region down at Taylor County. And of course, we would always attend basketball camp, team camp at Campbellsville College then. And Marshall County would always come up to that tournament. And I remember the years that we would have to play Marshall County. And I know they're just pickup games, and I know it's just camp. It was a nightmare. It was an absolute number. I'd say this guy was really ahead of his time in terms of how and what he was able to get out of his young women that were on the court playing. They were something to watch. They were a sight to see. They were a finely oiled machine. So he really laid some real groundwork for what girls and young women would be able to do on the basketball court, which was remarkable. So trust, and I told him this. I said, no, sir, didn't want any part of playing Marshall County when we were even at camp, team camp, for crying out loud. So no surprise to see him being honored here with this award tonight. So, all right, moving on now to the 2020 Founders Coaching Award. This goes to Coach Glenn Drury, retired Anderson County boys basketball coach and Kentucky All-Star coach in 2011. Coach Drury was hired as the Anderson County head coach of the boys basketball program in 1987. During his tenure at Anderson County, he won 7 district championships, 2 regional championships, was selected Coach of the Year for the 8th Region 3 times, and was named KABC Coach of the Year for the 8th Region 4 times. In 1998, he was named the KHSAA Coach of the Year, and in 2009, he was honored by Anderson County administration by naming the gymnasium floor Coach Drury Court. Coach Drury ended his career with 536 wins.
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for having me, and what a distinguished award that I've been given. And as you've been given an award, it's amazing how others have helped you get there. No, it takes a lot of people to be successful. Anytime you get an award, it's given not only to you, but the people around you. The more that you can have the better people around you, the better the award that is. And I want to, just because it has my name on it, it's a piece of everybody that I've ever dealt with. Well, you got to have faith in something. My faith is in the good Lord. My faith is in my family. It's the number one thing in my life. I've got children in Daniel and Aaron. Daniel's on the front line with the COVID fight, being a firefighter. Aaron, she's on the front line trying to re-employ people. My daughter-in-law, Tiffany, Daniel's wife, she runs our local BCTC. And my son-in-law, he's an emergency dispatcher for Bluegrass Energy. These are the proudest moments of my life. My grandson, Jackson, is the light of my life. And everything behind it is my wife, Jennifer, and what she's been able to do for us. I want to finish up by telling you, have faith in people, have great friends, and most of all, have a great family. I want to thank you for the award you've given me here today. Thank you very much for the Lions Club.
I'd call that some pretty sound advice. Have faith in people, and then that's a tearjerker right there. Right? Spoken like a true grandfather. Very proud of that grandson.
Yeah, that is, have faith in people, and especially in a time that we live in right now where faith is wavering in certain places with certain people. Yeah. That is great advice from a Hall of Fame coach, Coach Glenn Drury. Congratulations. That'll get you choked up a little bit.
Indeed.
No doubt. Let's move along. It is time to announce the 2020 inductees into the Kentucky All-Star Hall of Fame, sponsored by Republic Bank. The Hall of Fame members include those who have been involved in the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star Game and have gone on to have great success on and off the court. The 2020 female inductee is Rebecca Gray Dyer, the 2007 Miss Kentucky Basketball from Scott County. She averaged 25.5 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, almost 5 assists per game during her senior season. She received a scholarship at North Carolina, the Tar Heels, where she played her freshman year on a team that went undefeated in ACC play in the regular season, became ACC tournament champions, then transferred to Kentucky for her sophomore year, and after battling some health situations, would finish her career at Union College. Rebecca now lives with her husband and son in the great state of Georgia.
by thanking the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and our Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball Group for inducting me into this year's 2020 Hall of Fame class. It is an absolute honor and privilege to represent this group, as so many names before me have come and gone and done great things on and off the court. I got to thank my high school coaches, Steve and Tara Helton, all of my teammates and the faculty and administration at Scott County High School, who played a huge role in getting me to where I am today. So I'm thankful for them. Of course, to my parents, Todd and Amy Gray, who sacrificed everything, days and nights, to see me live my dream out on the court. You all are an absolute gift from above, and I appreciate you. So thank you. This is part yours as well. And as I said, thank you again. This is an absolute blessing to be in this group and nominated into this class, and I thank you all.
And
She was a
dad
heck
and
of a
realized,
player.
oh gosh, yes, and recognizes the sacrifices that her parents made to help her. I think now when you become a parent, I think you start to get a little more perspective as far as that goes, and really what parents are giving up to try to make your dream come true. So congratulations to Rebecca. She's very deserving. So all right, moving on to our 2020 male inductee is Hall of Fame sports writer Billy Reed. Billy has been a longtime supporter of the Kentucky All-Stars and has hosted our Mr. and Miss Basketball award ceremony 5 times. Reed reported for the Louisville Courier-Journal and for the Sports Illustrated for many years, covering 15 sports and earning the cover on Sports Illustrated 12 times. He's the winner of multiple Eclipse Awards and is a member of the Kentucky Journalism Hall of Fame and the Kentucky Athletic Hall of Fame, as well as the U.S. Basketball Writers Hall of Fame. He received the National Headliners Club Awards for investigative reporting and sports columns and was named Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year. Get this, friend, 8 times. So a big congratulations to our newest Hall of Fame member, Billy Reed.
Well, these are certainly different circumstances. It's not like receiving this award before a room full of 800 people or so, but it is such a prestigious award that, trust me, I would go anywhere to receive it. I'm so grateful to the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, to all the people who have worked so hard over the years to make these awards and these banquets possible. When I look at the list of past winners, I can't help but feel humble that anybody would think that I belong there. They're just amazing, not only athletes, but amazing people who most of them have done something to really make the world a better place. I want to congratulate Mr. and Miss Kentucky Basketball, and I look forward to the day when we can all get together in a banquet and continue this great tradition. But again, thank you so much. I am so grateful and appreciative, and God bless you all.
Billy Reed, always humble.
Well, he is the best, period. I mean, I told you this several weeks ago. You hang out in the locker room prior to a heavyweight championship fight with Muhammad Ali. That's all you need to know. I mean, this guy has literally covered everything. UK, U of L, Muhammad Ali, thoroughbred racing, simply the best. You don't get to Sports Illustrated by accident, and he is without a doubt, a Hall of Famer in every sense of the word. We'd like to introduce you now to the Kentucky All-Star Game Director, that is Mr. Scott Chalk, and the Executive Director of the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches. Here he is with a brief message to the 2020 Kentucky All-Stars.
Hello, this is Coach Scott Chalk of the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches and the Kentucky All-Star Committee. As Executive Director, I would like to extend congratulations from all of our coaches that make up the association throughout the state of Kentucky to each of these All-Stars on becoming Player of the Year in their region and candidate for Mr. and Miss Basketball. This is a tremendous honor, and your hard work is being rewarded. While we are disappointed that we cannot celebrate in person with you and that we were unable to finish some of the exciting things we had planned for the end of the season. We would like to wish each of you good luck in your future endeavors, and we would like to thank the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation for putting on this virtual banquet. Thanks again, and good luck, All-Stars.
Brian, you think about that. I mean, that's just one more thing that we'll not get to have, which is a Kentucky All-Star game. And that's something that, for those of us that have, we know and love basketball in this state and grew up with that, that really hurts. That hurts to not be able to play that game.
It does, especially for the boys, because they have been playing that since 1939. And when you think about the great players, let alone in a decade, but let's sum up the last 70 plus years or so, 80 years, that is incredible. And the girls not getting a chance to take on the Hoosier counterparts, that does stink. But because we know we would have won anyway, so it's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, duh. All right. Well, in 2017, the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, along with Rob Gayhart, former team manager for the University of Kentucky and family of the late Bill Kitely, created an award to honor special high school basketball team managers, as these students are often overlooked. And Brian, we know exactly how hard they work. Man, they really get after it for their teams and their coaches. The award is known as the Bill Mr. Wildcat Kitely Award, and it's sponsored by the University of Kentucky Advanced Eye Care. Joining us now to present the award is Spencer Tatum, former team manager for UK.
Good evening. My name is Spencer Tatum, and I have the honor of announcing the 2020 Bill Mr. Wildcat Kitely Award, which is given to a senior student manager. This year, the award goes to Macon Wilson from Somerset High School. I had the opportunity to serve under Mr. Kitely for 5 years at UK during his 46-year tenure there, and Macon exemplifies everything that Mr. Kitely taught us in this role. Once again, congratulations to Macon Wilson from Somerset High School.
I hope all of our athletes that are on our Zoom call tonight have thanked or will thank a manager that has worked with them in their high school career, because they certainly deserve it.
And he also, Macon, got to wear the jersey that last home game. So you got to put on the purple and gold of Somerset wearing the jersey. So congratulations. A well-deserved honor, no question. All right. Joining us now is Donna L.J. Murphy, the first Miss Kentucky basketball, 1976. Murphy played basketball at Newport High School, went on to become an All-American, graduate of Morehead State University. That's a great place to go to school, folks. The first female student athlete to have her jersey retired. A member of 11 Halls of Fame, including the Kentucky Basketball Hall of Fame. The Donna L.J. Murphy Award, sponsored by the Lexington Lions Club, is awarded to a female high school senior player who exemplifies the essence of being a student athlete. Here to present this award is Donna Murphy.
Hi, my name is Donna Murphy, and I'm here to present the Donna L.J. Murphy Award, which was established by the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. It's a privilege to present this year's award to an outstanding Kentucky female high school senior basketball player. The award is given for proven excellence on the court, in the classroom, and through community service. I'm honored to present the 2020 Donna L.J. Murphy Award to Maddie Shear of Ryle High School. Maddie, I wish you health, success, and tons of fun during your collegiate career at Oregon. Represent.
You are in the same sentence with Donna Murphy. You have done something special in your career. Congratulations to Maddie.
Absolutely. All right. In 2014, the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation was inspired to create an award for a multi-sport student athlete who performs just as well in the classroom and in the community as they do on the court or the field. We partnered with one of the most well-known multi-sport athletes from the Commonwealth, the great Wallace Jones, to create this award. Mr. Jones was able to attend and see the inaugural award given to its winner in 2014, but unfortunately passed away later that year. Wawa Jones was a two-sport All-American at UK, playing for legendary coaches Adolph Rupp and Bear Bryant, winning 2 national championships and an NIT. Jones is the only player at UK to have his jerseys retired in both basketball and football. He's the best known as the starting forward on the Fabulous Five, 1948 NCAA championship team. The Wallace Jones Award is awarded to a senior male who plays multiple sports, displaying sportsmanship and leadership. This year, the family of Mr. Jones selected Tyler Maynard to receive the 2020 Wallace Jones Award. Tyler, a senior at Lawrence County High School, has played soccer, basketball, baseball during his high school career while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. No big deal there. Gee whiz. Maynard's remarkable career includes 3 district tournament championships in a row in baseball, averaging over 20 points per game in basketball and scoring 29 points in soccer during his 2018 season. Maynard has signed to play baseball with the University of Pikeville, where he hopes to continue his education in the medical field. Big congratulations to him. That's pretty impressive.
It is. It's just another day at the office when you put the biscuit in the basket 29 times in soccer. You average 20 points a game in basketball. I mean, yeah, right. That's a special player right there. Yeah, that too. The Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches have a long history of working together to support Kentucky high school basketball. In 2018, the two groups partnered again to begin presenting awards to the stat leaders in Kentucky. And who doesn't like a good stat every now and then? Sometimes they jump off the page at you, and some of these will. Each year, the KHSAA compiles statistical data from the coaches across the Commonwealth, and tonight we will be awarding some of those players, the top stat leaders for the 2019-2020 regular season. These awards are sponsored tonight by Larry Pusateri, financial advisor with Morgan Stanley, located in Louisville, Kentucky. The awards for the 2019-2020 regular season scoring leaders go to Kendall Wingler of Meade County. Kendall playing 25 regular season games, scoring 789 points. If you're scoring at home, that's 31.5 every night. Spencer Baird of Casey County. He had 29 regular season games for 822 points. That's an average of 28.3. Congratulations to Kendall and Spencer on those awards.
The awards for our regular season field goal percentage leaders, they go to Destiny Elliott from Prestonsburg High School. She played in 23 regular season games and made 69 field goals out of her 105 attempted. That's an average of almost 66%. I'll go ahead and give it to her. Caleb Glenn from Mayo High School. He played in 29 regular season games, made 156 field goals out of 214 attempts. That's good for, I'm going to give him 73%.
Yeah, you got to round up on that. You're at a 0.9. You got to round up.
That's 73.
Yeah, it's 73 all day. The awards for the 2019-2020 regular season free throw percentage leaders, they will go to the aforementioned Kendall Wingler of Meade County. 25 games, 141 out of 160. That is 88.1. And also Brant Smithers from Walton, Verona. 30 regular season games, and this is easy math for me. He was 90 of 100 at the charity stripe. That is 90%.
That's on purpose. We try to keep that easy for you. All right, so the regular season 3-point leaders, the winners here, probably no surprise. Kendall Wingler from Meade County. She made 25 regular season games, 112 of 252 attempted 3-point shots. That was an average of 44%, and almost 5 3-pointers made per game. That is Jeremy Davis. Congratulations, from Simon Kenton. He played in 29 regular season games, made 116 of 232 3-point shots. That was an average of 50% and about 4 3-pointers per game.
We move along now to those who clean the glass, the regular season rebound leaders. Let's go to Katie Ball. Let's go to the Pond Creek Nation. Belfry High School, Katie Ball, 14.4 rebounds per game, 374 in the regular season. And for the guys, it's Rodrill Dryden of Greenup County, 29 regular season games, 445 rebounds. That is an average of 15.3 boards per contest.
Well, that's getting it done. There's no doubt about that. So, all right, as we prepare to present the pieces of the Doc Stengel Candidates Court to the 2020 candidates for Mr. and Miss Basketball, we want to take a brief minute to reflect on the great life of this Lion, Doc Stengel. Doc, who passed away in 2014, was a member of the Downtown Lions Club since 1961, serving a term as president, and was trustee of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. In 2011, he was inducted into the Kentucky Lions Hall of Fame. An avid supporter of the Kentucky versus Indiana All-Star Classic, Lion Doc Stengel had a passion for high school basketball and left a legacy that we hope to pass on to the next generation of basketball fans. All right, so we need to know who these candidates are, right? We need to know who the winners are, regions of the year. Yep. So without further ado, let's introduce you to them. Let's go meet the Miss Basketball candidates presented by Community Trust Bank.
Region 1 candidate and Player of the Year is Charlie Settle. A multi-position player at Callaway County, Charlie will be attending Murray State in the fall. She averaged nearly 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. Settle averaged shooting just under 50% from the field and better than 75% from the free throw line. In her highest scoring game, she scored 31 points on her way to becoming the all-time leading scorer and rebounder at Callaway County, finishing with more than 2,700 career points and 1,700 career rebounds.
Region 2 candidate and Player of the Year is Emily Hope. She's a shooting guard out of Henderson County High School and will be attending Oakland City University in Indiana. She averaged just under 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals per game. With a season-high 31 points, Emily shot 45% from the field and 85% from the charity stripe. She leaves Henderson County as the second all-time single-season leader for three-pointers made and second all-time in career three-point field goal percentage.
Region 3 co-candidate and Player of the Year Hannah McKay is a power forward at Owensboro Catholic. She averaged 19 points and nearly 10 rebounds per game and will continue her career at Murray State. Hannah averaged 56% from the field while shooting 76% at the free throw line, scoring 27 points in her highest scoring game of the year.
Region 3 co-candidate and Player of the Year Kendall Wingler is a combo guard at Meade County High School and will be attending Eastern Kentucky University. She averaged nearly 31 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals per game. Kendall shot 49% from the field and 87% from the free throw line. She's the all-time leading scorer, boys or girls, at Meade County, and is also the all-time three-point leader in a single game with 11 and holds the record for the most points scored in a single game with 53.
Region 4 candidate and Player of the Year is Elizabeth Bertram, a point guard and shooting guard at Barron County High School. The future Campbellsville Lady Tiger averaged 20 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals per game. Elizabeth scored 34% of her team's points this season and had a season high of 35 against Warren East. She holds the school record for most points scored by a freshman in a varsity game with 26, and on top of that, she is the all-time leading scorer in Barron County history for both boys and girls, with 2,052 points.
Region 5 candidate and Player of the Year Whitney Hay is a guard forward at Elizabethtown High School and will be attending Belmont University. She averaged 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. This season, Whitney shot 53% from the field and nearly 82% from the free throw line and is only the second person to reach 2,000 points at Elizabethtown High School.
Region 6 candidate and Player of the Year Tazaya Jinks is a small forward from Mercy High School. She averaged a double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds per game and is on her way to West Virginia University. Tazaya had a 45% field goal percentage, and one night this season, her highest scoring total, 36 points.
Region 7 co-candidate and player of the year, Shelby Calhoun, is a point guard at Christian Academy of Louisville and will be attending Virginia Tech University. She averaged a double-double with 17 points and 13 rebounds, along with 5 assists and 4 steals per game. Shelby's season high was 24 points, averaging 45% from the field. She holds several records in the KHSAA girls record book, including being in the top 8 for career steals, in the top 15 in career rebounds, and tied for third in single game rebounds with 33.
Region 7 candidate and player of the year, Erin Toller, is a guard at Sacred Heart Academy. She averaged nearly 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game and will be attending the University of Kentucky. Erin had a season high of 31 points, averaged 41% from the field, and 75% from the charity stripe. Erin was named to the LIT All-Tournament team in 2018 and is a member of the 1,000 Point Club at Sacred Heart.
Region 8 candidate and player of the year, Maggie Jones, is a point guard at Simon Kenton. She averaged 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game and will continue her career at Thomas More University. Maggie shot 46% from the field and had an 80% free throw average. With a season high 24 points, she is the 4th all-time leading scorer at Simon Kenton.
Region 9 candidate and player of the year is Maddie Shear, a point guard at Ryle High School. Maddie signed with the University of Oregon while averaging nearly 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals per game. She averaged shooting 38% from the field and 86% from the free throw line. Maddie had a season-high 31 points in her highest scoring game and finishes her prep career with more than 2,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds. She was the first player in Ryle's girls basketball history to be named a Sweet 16 MVP and also the 2019 and 2020 Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year.
Region 10 candidate and player of the year, Kennedy Igo, is a combo guard at George Rogers Clark High School and will be attending Northern Kentucky University. She averaged 15 points, 7 assists, and 4 steals per game. Kennedy had a 48% field goal average and an 86% free throw average with a season high of 30 points.
Region 11 candidate and player of the year is Malia Williams from Scott County. Williams averaged a double-double with 19 points and 13 rebounds per game and recently decided she is heading to the University of Louisville this fall. Malia's season high was 32 points, and she was the number 6 rebounder in the Commonwealth, with more than 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds for her career with the Lady Cardinals.
Region 12 candidate and player of the year, Lauren Lee, is a point guard at Casey County High School. Having signed with Campbellsville University, she averaged 11 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals per game. In her highest scoring game this season, she had 22 points and holds the record at Casey County for most assists and steals in a career, as well as in a single season and in a single game. She is their 4th all-time leading scorer with over 1,700 points.
Region 13 co-candidate and player of the year, Allie Collett, is a point guard shooting guard at South Laurel High School, where she averaged 20 points, 7 assists, and 3 steals per game. She is headed to Western Kentucky University after shooting 47% from the field and nearly 90% from the free throw line. In her highest scoring game, she had 37 points and is the all-time leading scorer at South Laurel with more than 2,500 points and is the all-time leader in assists with more than 1,000.
Region 13 co-candidate and player of the year is Amara Steele, a combo guard at South Laurel High School who will be attending Eastern Kentucky University. She averaged 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals per game and had an 87% free throw average. In her highest scoring game, Amara had 31 points and is the second all-time leading scorer at South Laurel with over 2,300 points and over 650 rebounds.
Region 14 candidate and player of the year, Lexi Myers, is a guard/forward at Leslie County High School. She averaged 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals per game, and is currently undecided about her college choice. Lexi scored a season-high 44 points and shot 37% from the field with an 81% free throw shooting average. She is the leading three-point shooter at Leslie County with 11 in a single game, 113 in the season, and nearly 400 for her career.
Region 15 candidate and player of the year is Katie Ball, a guard forward at Belfry High School who will continue her basketball career at Pikeville College. She averaged a double-double with 22 points and 14 rebounds, along with 4 assists per game, while averaging 53% from the field. Katie had 4 triple-doubles, with her best game being 47 points, 22 rebounds, 12 assists, and 10 blocks.
Region 16 candidate and player of the year is Julia Parker, a shooting guard from Ashland Blazer who is heading to the University of Pikeville. Averaging 14 points and 2 assists per game, Julia shot 40% from the field and 89% from the charity stripe, with her season-high 27 points. Julia holds the school record at Ashland Blazer for most three-pointers in a single game, in a season, and in a career, and is the all-time leading scorer for both boys and girls at Ashland.
Those numbers are staggering when you just think about all of the numbers. That's a lot of information from some great players. And we finished with Julia. We finished with Julia shooting 3. She's visiting Tayshaun Prince territory, if you know what I mean. Just an unbelievable amount of talent we just saw right there.
Well, and what I like is really, I think from top to bottom, what we're seeing now more than ever perhaps is their ability to be able to play lots of different positions. And when we talk about positionless basketball, here we go.
Yeah, you have to be able to do a little bit of everything. The days of being just a point guard may be over. Just a shooter, you got to play defense. You don't find too many Dennis Rodman type players who just do maybe one thing. You've got to do a little bit of everything. And that group of young ladies we saw right there, some of the best we've seen maybe in the last couple of years. I don't know.
Absolutely. Great class from top to bottom. All right, so now time to move on to the boys. So let's do that. We'll introduce you to our candidates, again, presented by Community Trust Bank.
Region 1 candidate and player of the year, Jackson Sibbles, a guard from McCracken County High School. He will be attending Murray State this fall. Sibbles averaged 22 points and 8 rebounds a game for the Mustangs. He shot 45% from the field and 83% from the free throw line. Jackson's season high was 33 points, and he is the all-time leading scorer and rebounder at McCracken County. He also holds the single game scoring mark as well as points in a season.
Region 2 candidate and player of the year is Kenny White, a guard at Madisonville North Hopkins High School who will be attending Tennessee Tech in the fall. He averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Kenny had a season high of 31 points and shot 61% from the field. He scored over 1,000 career points, which puts him in the top 10 scorers in school history at North Hopkins.
Region 3 candidate and player of the year, Kavion Mitchell, is a point guard at Breckinridge County who will be continuing his career at Kentucky Wesleyan. Kavion averaged 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals per game, shooting nearly 47% from the field, 82% from the charity stripe. Kavion's season high was 42 points, and he finishes as a member of the 1,000 Point Club at Breckinridge County.
Region 4 candidate and player of the year is Dre Boyd, a guard at Warren Central High School who will be attending John A. Logan College in Illinois. He averaged 18 points and 7 rebounds per game. With a season high of 33 points, Dre averaged shooting 53% from the field and 74% from the charity stripe. Dre, who once scored 25 points in a single quarter during a game, is a member of the 1,000 Point Club at Warren Central.
Region 5 co-candidate and player of the year, Alex Matthews, shooting guard and small forward from John Hardin High School. He will continue his career at Evansville. He averaged a double-double with 24 points and 10 rebounds per game, making 59% of his shots and 82% at the free throw line. He had a single game high of 37 points this season. Alex has more wins than any player in John Hardin history and is the only player to win 4 district championships and to average a double-double for 3 straight seasons. He was also named the 2020 Gatorade Player of the Year for Kentucky.
Region 5 co-candidate and player of the year, J.J. Traynor, is a shooting forward at Bardstown High School and will be attending the University of Louisville in the fall. He averaged a double-double, 21 points and 12 rebounds, and shot nearly 60% from the field with a single game season high of 40 points. J.J. finishes his high school career as the all-time leading rebounder and shot blocker at Bardstown High School.
Region 6 candidate and player of the year is Trey Mentor, a guard from Butler High School. While still undecided on his college choice, his senior year was pretty good, averaging 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals per game for the Bears, while shooting better than 54% from the field. His highest scoring game this season, Mentor had 34 points.
Region 7 candidate and player of the year, Tyron Moore, is a combo guard at Male High School who averaged 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Tyron is on his way to Moberly Area Community College in Missouri. He averaged 7 made field goals per game and shot 83% from the free throw line. In his highest scoring game this season, Tyron had 33 points and finishes his career with 1,500 plus career points and a 47% three-point field goal average.
The Region 8 candidate and player of the year is Davion McKnight. The point guard from Collins High School will be playing at Western Kentucky this fall. He averaged 20 points, nearly 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. McKnight shot 59% from the floor, and he had a season-high 35 points. Davion is the all-time leader at Collins in points, assists, steals, and rebounds for the Titans.
Region 9 candidate and player of the year is Grant Diskin, a point guard at Covington Catholic High School, and is yet to make his college decision. He averaged 16 points, nearly 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. Grant had a season-high 27 points and connected on 82% of his free throws this season and finishes as a member of the 1,000 Point Club at Covington Catholic.
Region 10 candidate and player of the year, A.J. Joyce, a guard at Bourbon County. Joyce will continue his playing career at Columbia State Community College in Tennessee. Bourbon County enjoyed its first winning season since 2006, and A.J. Joyce was a big reason why. He averaged 20 points a game to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Joyce had a season-high 35, shooting better than 53% from the floor.
Region 11 candidate and player of the year is Marquez Warwick, a multi-position player at Henry Clay High School who is headed to Northern Kentucky University to continue his career. He averaged 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. With a single game season high of 48 points, Marquez averaged nearly 8 made field goals per game and joined the 1,000 Point Club as a junior. He finishes his career with a school scoring record at Henry Clay with over 1,900 points.
Region 12 candidate and player of the year, Braden Sebastian, is a guard at Garrett County High School. He will attend Campbellsville University this fall. Sebastian averaged 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game as a senior, and he had a single game high of 47 points. Sebastian shot 89% from the free throw line, and he is the second all-time leading scorer at Garrett County and holds the record for most points in a game with 55.
Region 13 candidate and player of the year is Matt Cromer, a guard at South Laurel High School who is headed to Eastern Kentucky University. He averaged 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists per game while shooting better than 85% from the charity stripe. Matt is the all-time single-season scoring leader in South Laurel High School history with 814 total points in one season and is the second all-time career scoring leader with over 2,000 total career points.
Region 14 candidate and player of the year, Joe Benton, a point guard from Estill County High School. He will be playing golf at EKU this fall. As a senior, Benton averaged 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists per outing. His highest scoring game of the season, he had 37 points, and he averaged 53% shooting from the field, 74% from the free throw line. Benton is the all-time leader in assists, steals, and three-pointers made, along with being the all-time leader in Engineers history with games started, games played, and games won.
Region 15 candidate and player of the year, Cody Potter, is a guard forward at Shelby Valley High School. Cody, who's headed to Rollins College in Florida, averaged a double-double with 26 points and 10 rebounds per game while averaging better than 80% from the free throw line. His highest single-game scoring effort this season was 48 points, which is good for the school's single-game scoring record. Cody finishes his career as the all-time leading scorer and rebounder at Shelby Valley.
Region 16 candidate and player of the year, Sam O'Keefe, a forward from Lewis County, and he will be attending the University of Pikeville. O'Keefe averaged 23 points and 10 rebounds per game while shooting a little better than 52% from the field. In his highest scoring game this season, O'Keefe had 40 points, and he holds the school record for most points scored in a single season for the Lions.
Are the candidates for Mr. Basketball, the Region Players of the Year, and this is pretty cool. We're inching closer, Christy, to finally naming the Mr. and Miss Basketball this year.
No doubt. What a great group of athletes. I mean, we've seen it from top to bottom with the girls, top to bottom with the boys. No doubt about that. Where you're seeing a lot of worthy candidates. No doubt about that. So congratulations to everyone. I mean, there were 18 girls winners, 17 boys winners. So they all had received their award at home with a sign for their yard. So for everyone to display, to be able to see that they are the winner. So let's take a look at all of them now as they're joining us on Zoom, and everyone is there. They've got their awards. So this is kind of a really nice photo op here, Brian, I guess, right? For us to all be able to take a screenshot of this. Is that what you do? That's what you do, right? With this technology, you screenshot things. Yeah, let's take a look at all the folks that we see out there and that are watching and joining us, and tell them congratulations.
This has been a lot of fun. I hope all of you are enjoying this as much as we are. Unfortunately, there's no dinner. There's no banquet. Not everybody gets to dress up. You can just go with what you've got on. But this has been a lot of fun, and we continue to get a little bit closer. And I hope we don't have to do it this way next year. But it is still pretty cool that we're doing this history-making event tonight.
It is indeed, no doubt about that. So just a quick reminder before we get going, the auction is still going on now, ends at 10 p.m. Eastern time. You can go to the website there and get your bids in before 10 o'clock. That's the website there where we want you to go and donate. And of course, everything that you donate and everything that you buy going to the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. So please go do what you can to give and help this great organization that helps us put this on. So, all right. Without further ado, Brian, I say, let's do it, right?
Yes, let's get down to business.
Yeah, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, of course. We're going to announce the 2020 Mr. and Miss Basketball recipients, but we do want to let you know that we're going to have a question and answer session with winners. So if you want to stick around after the show, you can hang on and just know that both winners will be joining us live, and we will talk to them about receiving the award and their basketball season, their career, and get a chance to talk with them. So we'd love to have you. And if you're on Facebook, you can certainly ask us questions and send us questions that you'd like to ask Mr. or Miss Basketball. So all of that is coming right up. So we're going to do a publisher's house, if you will. That's about the best thing I could think of. And all these people are too young that are to know what I'm even talking about or what that looks like. But we've got Lindy Lampkin, who is our Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation Executive Director, is pulling up to the home of our 2020 Miss Basketball to surprise her and present her with the award. So she's going to get a ring as well as the #1 jersey and a poster, and that ring presented by Balfour. So let's join Lindy now. Lindy, can you hear us?
Hi, I'm here. Can you see us here?
Hey,
I've got a jersey and a trophy. I'm not showing the name. We're going to walk on up and knock on the door and announce our winner. So what an awesome show. I'm sure everybody's so excited. The circumstances are crazy, but we are enjoying this opportunity. I've been excited for months about this and, just can't believe it's here.
Us too. Well, first of all, you look great in the mask. Of course, we're doing our due diligence here, with everything that's going on. So, yeah.
I'm going to go up and knock, but it looks like we may be interrupting a party. So it says people around back. I think we're going to have to follow.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're going to. We had to park far away. I thought this was maybe somebody that thought something cool was happening tonight. Congratulations! Looks like you were having a party. I didn't interrupt, right?
Of course not.
I've been waiting for months to be able to say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is to represent the ring. Balfour has been on shutdown, so it's not ready yet.
Okay.
We'll get it to you.
Perfect.
And then we're sorry you couldn't wear this on the court, but it'll be a memory forever. So they're on live watching you if you want to say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Congratulations again. We're going to turn it back over
to you.
Mr. Basketball. I'll do a Q&A, but did you guys have anything you wanted to say real quick, or we're going to announce Mr. Basketball and then resume?
Well, we do. First of all, we'll say congratulations. This is great.
Yes,
Yeah.
Maddie
A little bit
Shearer
different than how
Ryle
we've done it
is
before.
our Miss Basketball winner.
I said everybody's too young to know what Publishers Clearinghouse is all about, but this is how that rolls. They just run up and knock on your door, and then you win. So, Maddie, congratulations. This is great. We're going to talk to you after the show. Whenever we get our Mr. Basketball candidate, we'll have you both on. So, is that what you're doing? Are you having a watch party there, having some people there with you?
Yeah, it's just a little watch party.
Awesome. That's great.
Didn't
That's
know we
great.
were
Well,
cracking a party, but for the best reason, right?
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations, and we'll talk to you very soon. There you have it, your 2020 Miss Basketball.
That is spectacular. That is really cool. That's congratulations, Maddie Shearer, Ryle High School, the first Miss Basketball winner from the northern part of the state since 2012. When Sydney Moss won it for Boone County. So congratulations, Maddie. A job well done, a well-deserved round of applause. So again, we're going to take a live Q&A at the end of all of this. So let's now check in with our Mr. Basketball winner. Let's go live to Jennifer Hunt and Karen Hayes. They have the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation championship trophy for our Mr. Basketball winner. And let's go to them now and take it away, ladies.
Yes, you did.
Good job.
All right.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Everybody say my baby did it. That's great. That is great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Davey, I was just want to tell you on behalf of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, we just want to tell you congratulations. And of course, we'll be talking to you very shortly. But congratulations. What a great environment. I love that they're having a watch party and everybody's so excited.
Oh my gosh. You've got, see, this is what's great about Kentucky high school basketball. We have Maddie, they have the party going on in the back. Davion's got the party going on in the front. It's just a basketball party all over the place for Mr. and Miss Basketball. This is really, really cool. I am enjoying seeing the party. Just wish we were there for it too.
Exactly. Well, a lot of fun. And of course, as we mentioned, we're going to be sure to get them pulled up on the technology, man. This is what we can do. We can have a live interview with both Maddie and Davion here in just a little bit. So if you want to stick around after the show is done, we would love to have you do that. If you have any questions for either of them, you can reach out to us on Facebook and we'll ask your questions. But in the meantime, what a ton of fun that was. And a lot of people, again, that have made this happen. And those videos that you saw of both the girls and the boys candidates, really, that took a ton of effort. And it was a collaborative group effort. So we've got a lot of people to thank for that, Brian.
We do. And I sent out emails to every television station in the state. I sent out emails to those in Ohio, in Indiana, West Virginia, places in between who certainly cover high school athletics. And I'd like to give those stations a little bit of credit because they certainly helped with this show. And those stations are WPSD out of Paducah, WBKO Bowling Green, WFIE in Evansville, Indiana, 3 stations in Louisville really chipping in, WLKY, WDRB, and Wave 3 in the River City. We go up to the Queen City of Cincinnati. My man Keenan Singleton and WCPO hooking me up with some video of our winners in Northern Kentucky, and the Leader in the Mountains, WYMT, for all of their support and getting that video back. That's huge. We could not have done this show without those TV stations giving us the video of these great players. And we couldn't do this show at all without the sponsors, which we touched on earlier in the show, but let's go through them again. Community Trust Bank, one of the big heavy hitters of this show. Community Trust Bank, UK Healthcare, Advanced Eye Care, Morgan Stanley with Larry Pusateri, Louisville Downtown Lions Club, the Lexington Lions Club, WLEX Channel 18, Strothman and Company, Tad Meyer as well. The good people here at Winchester Road, WKYT, and Balfour for the rings for Mr. and Miss Basketball, the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government, and Prep Spin, William Warfield. You don't see him, folks, but he is the man pushing all of the buttons and putting this thing together.
Yeah,
what you said, exactly.
So to help us wrap things up, we're going to go to Mark Webster, who is the current president of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, who's joining us now.
Hello, my name is Mark Webster. I'm the president of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. Thank you for coming out to this event tonight. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Basketball. Congratulations to all the other winners. And this is a reminder the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation is also a winner. Through research and treatment, we help move people who are blind or have visual impairments from disability to ability. Don't forget, our mission is your vision. See you later.
Well, what a fun night this has been. We want you to stick around and catch our live interview with both Maddie and Davion. But if you can't, we appreciate you joining us up to this point. Brian, I don't know about you, but this was a great time.
It has been. This has been, you and I and William have been working on this for the last couple of weeks. But Lindy and Jennifer and everybody, and Karen and people with the Lion's Eye Foundation, they've been working on this for months. So they get a huge round of applause. And I was thinking, because I'm kind of simple in my way of thinking with technology, when we talked about, well, we're going to go live from the houses of the winners of Mr. and Miss Basketball, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how are we going to pull this one off? This has gone off without a hitch. But this has been great. And congratulations, Maddie Shear of Ryle and Davion McKnight of Collins. He is the first Mr. Basketball winner from Shelby County since Terry Davis in 1968. Mike Casey, the great UK Wildcat in 66. So he is the third player from that county, but the first for Collins High School. So congratulations, and just a job well done for all of our region players of the year. It has been a joy to watch you. It's been a joy to learn about you, and we can't wait to see you at your next step in college somewhere.
Very well said. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see our winners here coming up very, very short. In the meantime, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us, and have a great night.
They're wrapping up. Okay. We'll turn it back over here pretty soon. And then after we get through Q&A. Remember the two-a-day, be outdoor.
Okay, so we're on live now.
We're back up, guys. How is everyone? We are now live at from all over the place, which this is great. The wonders of technology. So we are at the home of Mr. Basketball, Davion McKnight. Congratulations to you, and the home of Miss Basketball, Maddie Shear. Congratulations to you guys. Were you so, Maddie? We'll start with you. Were you surprised?
Definitely, it's still really nerve-wracking through everything. Even though we have a bunch of people here just to celebrate, I definitely was, still shocked. So.
All right, Davion, what about you? Are you surprised to see them
Davion, were
pulling
you
up?
surprised?
I mean, I heard it from my family before I heard it from y'all, so I guess not really, but I was.
Your family was pretty excited about it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Family
What's
was
it
pretty
mean,
excited about
Yeah,
it.
they definitely
Davion?
was.
What's it
I
mean
might not show
to
it, but
win
I'm
this
excited
award?
too.
Davion, what's it mean to win this award?
What does it mean to win this award?
It means a lot. Coming from a small town, we don't really have players to do what I've been doing, and I'm the third ever to win Mr. Basketball in Shelby County, so it means a lot.
And
Maddie, what
Maddie,
about
same
you?
for you. I know the hours you put in, but to win this award, you get to take it with you to Oregon, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it means so much, it's just a huge honor, since I was in the 5th grade, I knew about Miss Kentucky basketball. And so, it's finally here and it kind of feels surreal. So.
I would ask both of you, in a season that has been so odd and you didn't get to have a real, a real postseason the way you would want, and it really gets cut short. What has the season meant to you, really, as you kind of look back on your career? What are you most proud of outside of winning Mr. and Miss Basketball? Maddie, what do you feel like you're most proud of as you look back on your career?
Definitely just the relationships with all the people and everyone I've met, everyone from my teammates, my coaches, my trainers, and even my family, just the relationships that I'll be able to take, how they supported me, not just through basketball stuff, but, through life moments, so those are definitely the most important things that I'll take away from, not just my basketball career, but my high school career.
Davion, what about you? What have you been most proud of with your career?
What are you the most proud of your basketball career besides winning this award?
Probably all the friendships and the growth that I've grown from freshman year to me as a senior. Uh, just leading my team, becoming a better leader. I just feel like that's what I've done, and I like that the most about myself.
I don't know how much you both are filled with history, but I'm a history fanatic. And when I look at the names of Mr. and Miss Basketball in the past, well, obviously there are some heavyweight names who went on to have great college careers, WNBA careers, and whatnot. When you think about 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you could say to your kids and who knows, relatives, hey, look, mom and dad, they weren't too bad back in the day, I don't know if Davion can hear me or not. Just on the girls' side, just to give you a quick history lesson. I mentioned this is the first time. This is the first time a player from Northern Kentucky, Maddie, has won Miss Basketball since 2012. That was Sydney Moss, Randy Moss's daughter, the NFL great receiver. Erica Hallman of Holmes, who was as tough, hard-nosed as they come. Katie Schwegman, Bishop Brossart, scoring champion Jamie Walls, Fort Thomas Highlands, and then you go back to 76 and Donna Murphy. I mean, that's just some Hall of Fame company, Maddie, and I know that you have a lot of people to thank for your career, but where would it begin?
Oh gosh, there's definitely a long list of people, but obviously my teammates, everyone I've played with from the start, my coaches, not just my high school coaches, and I've been, playing for them for 6 years. So even my AU coaches, they've helped me so much grow with just being a better basketball player, and of course my family, I definitely would not have been able to get through, just the hard times of basketball without my family and the support that they've given me. So, I mean, there's a million people, that throughout my journey that have supported me in so many different ways, even, just the community, people on social media, I see all that kinds of stuff. And it's super great, to feel so loved and supported, through my high school career. And I'll never forget that.
Davion, same question for you then. Who would you say, a big thank you to that has been so instrumental in your basketball career?
Who would you say thank you to that's been instrumental in your basketball career?
I can't. There's too many people to name, but I just want to my head coach, Chris Gaither, my mom, my dad, my AA coach. Everybody's been a part of it. This journey with me. I just thanks to everybody.
Well, that's
Maddie,
great.
I'll ask you this too. Tell us a little bit about your game. For those that maybe haven't seen you play, that will have an opportunity to see you play now at Oregon and at the next level. Tell us about your game and if your style of play, how you play, and really what we can expect from you at the next level.
I'd probably start out by telling people I'm a really versatile player. Even in my high school career, it wasn't always, really high scoring games. I would rather, give an assist than score a bucket. So definitely, I think I can put up on the stat sheet a lot of different areas and just be a versatile player. But, I'm always very competitive and I'm always going to work really hard, just try and do whatever I can to help the team win.
Davion, same question. Then if for those that haven't seen you play, what kind of player are you? What would people expect to see from you on the court?
I'm a player who's not going to take no plays off. I give it my all. I do everything. I can rebound, score if you need a pass. So I would just say I'm everywhere at all times, and I do everything.
That's what I like to hear. I do it all. Come on now. That's why I'm Mr. Basketball. I do it all.
Well, this is great. Congratulations to both of you again, and the best of luck in your collegiate careers. And one of these days, you're going to have to put up the basketball. But until then, you wear out the basketball as much as you can, because one of these days you're going to be old like Christy and I, and you won't be able to play anymore.
Exactly. Until then, a big congratulations to both of you. Davion McKnight, your 2020 Mr. Basketball, and Maddie Shear, your 2020 Miss Basketball. Congratulations to both of you. So go celebrate with your friends and family.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And thanks to all of you for watching us. We've had a great time putting this show together and doing this for you this evening. So hopefully you've had as much fun as we have watching it and being able to see these young athletes get their moment. I mean, this was their moment to shine, and they got it. So I love the fact that they were having a watch party and lots of family and friends over supporting them. So I think that's great.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. We didn't really know what we were going to be doing a few weeks ago with all of this. But when you deal with good people who know what they're doing, good things happen. And so this has been a lot of fun. Christy, thank you very much. And hopefully next year we're not here. We're somewhere having a nice dinner as well. How about that?
That's exactly right. Again, thank you to William Warfield at Prep Spin. Honestly, this couldn't be done without him. And big thank you to you, Brian, for putting so much work into and effort into all of these videos and things. And then, of course, we can't forget the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and how hard they have worked and how diligent they have been to try to make this a really great night and a great event. And I think that they've pulled it off marvelously and done a great job. So congratulations again to all of our region winners and all of the candidates for Mr. and Miss Basketball. And here's hoping that we will have a basketball season to be able to talk about next year and actually being able to see everybody on the court. But for now, for Brian Milam, I'm Christy Thomas, and all of us here, we want to say thank you so much and have a good night.